guys, it's Summers here and welcome along to episode 25 of the Solihull Moors Career Mode series on FIFA 20. Now this is a very different episode because there'll be no action here in this one. It's just a squad update. We're going to take a look at the squad, where we are at the moment and where we're going towards for Season 3. Okay guys, so as we get late on into the season here, there's some transfer news. Some of the players that I'm looking to shift off because we don't need them on the books as we head towards League 2. So Tom Jenkins was sold for £175,000, £110,000 into the transfer budget. Pearson was sold for £480,000 and £300,000 of that will go into the budget. And lastly, McLean was sold for £220,000, £140,000 of that will go into the budget. Okay guys, so time for a squad report. Not only here in the first team, but we'll go through the youth academy in a moment. I'll let you know who's leaving the club and who's coming back from their loan spell. So Ahmed Shamaki here, the young Djiboutian goalkeeper, has been out on loan all season. He's gone up by five overall during that period and comes back to us with a 59 overall. Elliot Kelly was our frontline keeper, has 62 overall and has gone up by 3 overall. He's still only 21, so obviously he will stick around going into next season. Alex Johnson, as we know, has signed for FC Voluntari, the 57 overall rated Welsh goalkeeper, so he will leave when the transfer window opens. We've then got Andre Thomas, the frontline keeper now, coming 19 years of age from Jamaica, has 66 overall and has gone up by 7 this season. Cochrane Mollett, one of the first signings that we made, has been astounding for us in the latter phases of this season. It's gone up by 3 overall and now sits at 64. Shane McCutcheon, he's going out on loan as soon as the transfer window opens. He's gone up by 6 overall. He's a versatile defender, can play across the entire back line there, left, right and centre back, and hopefully a loan spell will help him to continue to improve. Dave Smith will return from loan from Halifax Town. He's gone up by 2 overall, but I do see him being sold off because his rating isn't going up quick enough really. Same for Benjamin Charles, who's out on loan at the moment to TSV Hartberg. He's gone up by 2 overall to a 59. Then we've got one of our strongest players since the start of this career mode series, Max Allen. Plays right back for us, but he's an amazing player. Could realistically play as a centre-back or a centre-mid if we really needed him to. But I really do think he owns that right back position, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he progresses when we make our leap up to League 2. We then got Ewan McDonald, centre-back. He's going out on loan to LAFC as soon as the window opens for a year. Duncan Campbell, again, been astounding for us since the start of this career mode series. An exciting prospect at 66 overall and has gone up by 4 again this season. Frank Ziegler, 60 overall, centre back from Germany. Now he is going to stay with the squad going into next season. I might try and get him a loan deal for a 6-month period, but I do want to keep him on board. I think that he might have the makings of a decent defender. We've then got Adam Morgan. He's transfer listed at the moment because he is under 60, and I'm just trying to free off some of the squad space as we are quite deep in terms of the amount of players that we've got at the moment. Next up, we've got Rene Hansen, again transfer listed because he is under the 60 marker. Harry Pearson I've put on the loan list, played a few games this season and did actually really quite well in those performances with an average of a 7.2. So again, I want to get some experience under his belt. He is still only 18 years of age. Dwan Patterson, amazing, another Jamaican that we brought into the squad. 68 overall now, has gone up by 4 this season and is an amazing player, and obviously the brother of Eddie Patterson, who came in first at central defensive midfield, but he has made that centre back position his own. Cathal Kennedy, unfortunately, got that injury at a very crucial period for us and has not really been able to get back into the squad from there. He's transfer listed, but he's only worth sort of £70,000, so I will not listen to offers that aren't going to see us bank at least that. Rob Wilson is a right back that's out on loan at the moment and will come back to us at the end of this loan spell and probably go onto the transfer list because he hasn't really progressed very well whilst he's been out on loan. Dare O'Connor, 5 overall, increase up to 60 and showing great potential. Only 16 years of age, this young Irish right back that can actually play centre back and left back as well, so he is one to look out for in the future. Robert Berglund is transfer listed, but I'm only looking for decent offers for him because he can play right or left back, and perhaps we can rotate him into the team at certain points throughout the season next year. Eddie Patterson here, 6 overall boost for the season, up to 61 now. Need to work on his range of passing, but aside from that, he is an amazing player, and we will obviously look to keep him in the squad going forward. Davide Volpini has been a great player for us since his arrival on a free transfer at the sort of midway point of last season. I know he's a central defensive midfielder by trade, and he can't actually say that he can play left midfield, but he plays astounding out on the left wing, so he has found himself out there and he continues to plug away at it, and we get some great performances out of him. He's showing great potential, so at 69 overall he's still got some growing to do. Ethan Morgan is transfer listed at 53 overall. Jamie Richardson is also transfer listed, but I may bring him into the fold if we have enough space left in the squad. Jan Persson is leaving when the transfer window opens. We've already done a deal for him and he's gone for £480,000. Tom Pearson, as his 60 overall, gone up by 1, 19 years of age. The Welshman is probably not going to stick around for too long. May get a go in the pre-season tournament, and if he can make a name for himself then obviously he'll come off the transfer list. But we are listening to offers at this stage. Next up, we've got Dylan Morris, who's out on loan at Morecambe. Gone up by 3 overall this season, but obviously the growth is not really spectacular enough to warrant keeping him around, so he will go out on the transfer list as soon as he returns. Ian Taylor, a player that I haven't jived with at all times, classed as a left midfielder with a right foot or a centre mid. It's gone up by 2 overall. Started at 66 obviously when he emerged in the squad to start with, so he is a talent, but again he's a bit like some of the other players that we've had in the squad during this time that we just can't seem to get the best out of. Trying him out on the right wing at stages at the moment, and perhaps we might get the better from him out there. Joel Cook, unfortunately, is retiring at the end of this season, but I do have something in mind for Joel going forward, which you'll find out in the start of the new season in the next episode. Musa Dadi is going out on loan as soon as the window opens. Fredrickson has made it to 17 and up to 60 overall now, gone up by 2 this season. A fantastic player, but potentially one that is going to take a little bit longer to grow than perhaps we would like as we head into League 2. Riley Mitchell, he's gone, joining Halifax when the transfer window opens. Alfie Martin will come back from Randers once the window opens and will probably be transfer listed in order to try to capture some more money. Pierce Rafferty, 30 years of age now and only worth a few quid, but to be honest, he comes off the bench and he's an amazing player. So if you can continue with that into League 2, then I don't see why we won't keep him around, a bit like we did with Joel Cook. Lucas Peterson, 62 overall, gone up by 4 this season. Really has scored a number of goals, to be honest, an amazing amount of assists. Was injured for a serious amount of time as well, if we remember rightly. So he's appeared 33 times in the National League and got 15 goals, which is really good from central midfield position. Assists 14 and clean sheets 23. He's got an overall average of 8, which is pretty good, to be fair. Ronnie Vogel has been sold, £110,000 we bagged for him, and he will head to Wrexham. Ewan McDonald is transfer listed because he's under the 60 threshold, as is Ben McLean, who is moving when the transfer window opens. Tom Jenkins is also moving to Chesterfield once the window opens. Ollie Roberts will return from his loan spell, but to be honest, he will likely go onto the transfer list. Axmad Jamek is the Djiboutian right midfielder. He's joining Lingberg once the transfer window opens. Lance Allen, another player that's been here from the start, has 58 overall now and has gone up by 4 this season. I put a little bit of training into Lance because I still feel that there's some latent talent there, but I just can't always get the best out of him. So hopefully when we make the step up to League 2, he will be the one to make the leap. Next up, we got Rodri Andrews, and we all know how much I've struggled with him throughout this period here at Solihull Moors. I've decided to transfer list him because I just feel it's better that he goes off and finds his feet somewhere else where he might obviously get some more game time. Chris Walsh out on loan at the moment, gone up by 2 overall, will probably go on the transfer list when he returns. Kuluk has actually gone out on a loan deal. As soon as the transfer window opens, he will go out to FCSB. Lloyd Smith is also loan listed. He's come into the squad with 60 overall, so I've decided rather than sell him off, we'll see if he can make some progress elsewhere, as he's only 16 years of age and probably won't get a great deal of game time if he sticks around. Here's the man, Bjorn Nystrom, 69 overall now, gone up by 6 overall this season. Has played 35 games in the National League and scored 38 times. He's got an average of 8.4. That is a good performer, and he's been astounding for us this season. Him and Peterson, to be honest, have been what have held this squad aloft and been able to get us into that promotion space and up to League 2. Cossie Harbour is going out on loan once the window opens. And Brendan Rafferty is the last player in this list. Not too happy with me because he hasn't had too much game time this season. But at 68 overall and had gone up by 7, I have decided to hang on to him. We had a £2 million offer tabled to us by Sheffield Wednesday just a few days ago. But I've decided to reject that, as I really do think that we're going to need that backup in the striker role, considering, with Harbour going out on loan, we could leave ourselves a bit short in that respect. So Rafferty stays, and hopefully we can get him some more game time as we go into League 2. Okay, so youth academy wise, we are stacked to the rafters. We're waiting for a number of players here that are obviously going to come with huge amounts of talent. Barry Hamilton being the first of those, with a potential between 77 and 87. We then got Alexander Linkvist, 56 overall, potential 59 to 73. Going to promote him as soon as the window opens next season and try and sell him off, because I don't think he's going to make the cut. Johannes Bergstrom, 14 years of age, 56 overall, with a potential of 78 to 88. An interesting player there that we could obviously do with at a certain point once we're perhaps getting into League 1 even. He might come through the ranks. Scott Evans, now 19 years of age, overall of 59, just waiting for him to teeter over that 60 marker with a potential of 73 to 81. Hopefully he's going to come into the squad and be a decent winger for us. Then we've got Simon Peterson, potential of 66 to 82. Probably bring him into the squad shortly and just see how he gets on. Liam Eriksson, 65 to 81 potential, worth £275,000, and again just waiting for him to teeter over the 60 marker, and we'll probably bring him in to sell off. Patrick Cook, pretty much the same. Although I don't think he's going to get to that 60 rating, so we'll probably bring him in and just sell him off as soon as there's some squad space. Sean Carter, 54 overall, pretty much the same as Cookie. We will bring him into the squad to sell off. Then we got Liam Hendrickson. Now obviously at 37 overall and at 14 years of age, we've got a long wild wait for this guy. But look at the potential, 72 to 92. So we do have to keep monitoring that just to see if it is going to reach the higher end of that scale. Ewan Harrison now got 52 overall with a potential of 69 to 91. We are still putting some training into him because I do think that there might be a potential there to not only get ourselves a decent keeper, but maybe sell off if he doesn't quite meet the mark. Wilcox is a 19-year-old striker with 52 overall, but the potential is good, 71 to 93, so I'm putting some training in there just to see if we can bring him through. He is also technically gifted, so obviously we do have that to think about. Musa Mbaga, 38 overall, left back, 15 years of age, but the potential's there at 65 to 81. Not sure how much longer I'll let him stick around at such a low overall, but I did bring him in just to see what we could potentially get out of him. Then we got Liam Rose, 18-year-old centre-back with 56 overall, potential between 64 and 86, will probably be bought in to be sold off. Uma Duho, now this guy is somebody that I'm really looking forward to getting to the squad. Just waiting for him to peak over that 60. overall rating, £350,000 he's worth. Potential 89 to 99. He hasn't come off the 99 yet, so I'm getting quite excited about this lad. It says he's a left back, but he's a winger, so whether he's a left wing back or whether we can play him in the winger position remains to be seen, but I am looking forward to seeing what he produces when he does come into the squad. We've also then got another Gabon player, Alpha Wayoto, 57 overall, hoping that he can climb over that 60 rating with a potential between 70 and 90. We're going to keep an eye on him. And then Damani Dialgana, 55 overall left back, 15 years of age, between 62 and 86 potential. I'm just waiting to see how he progresses. So that's it there from the Youth Academy. Let's get into League 2 and move some of these guys into the main team so that we can get them sold off, open up some space for some better scouting reports next season. Right guys, there you have it, a quick run through of the squad. I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel because we're going to League 2 next season.